South of London, RAF Kenley, 1940. The problem? Keeping the skies over England safe. Not everyone who served here returned home safely. These trees were planted as living testaments to commemorate the lost. At first glance, the officers' mess seems much the same as it was in 1940. It doesn't matter what point you pick from history, you'll always find technology, communications, and people. The technology in 1940 was effective, the people dedicated, something we will never allow ourselves to forget. At RAF Kenley today, with feet planted firmly on the ground, the new residents, part of the Radio Communications Agency, are problem solvers. This is home to the Radio Technology and Compatibility Group. The role? Everyone here has one aim: to dig a little deeper.
Two after the company 747 departs line of 27 left.
Company 747 departs line of 27 left, speed bit
Either pilots are getting younger, or there's a serious problem somewhere.
Yeah, I'm in the south car park now. It's all full. There's no spaces anywhere. I'll just have to call them as I find them, and you can let them in one at a time. Over.
One motorist is trying to leave, but he doesn't appear to be having much success getting access to his car. For the team at the RTCG, here are the questions. Is it possible for a baby to interfere with aircraft radio signals? And was the faulty remote central locking more than just a run-down battery? Senior engineer Bruce Ottaway has spoken to the RA field officers who were alerted to the problem of interference at Gatwick Airport. Everyone involved believes that they have identified the source, but it warrants further investigation. The team assemble at the East Wing Training Centre for a briefing on what has been discovered so far.
What it was, the baby alarm was in a house, and as the plane flew over the top, some spurious emission came out of the baby alarm and interfered with the plane's radios.
Like most things in life, the best ideas are the simple ones. The geography and extensive facilities at the RTCG, combining with the need of the engineers to take their projects and associated test equipment with them, led to the introduction of techno-buggies like this one. Thanks to this innovation, engineer David Wheatley has everything to hand wherever he goes on site, which during an investigation can save time and energy. The Radio Communications Agency has established links with many universities throughout the UK. After obtaining their degree, some graduates are recruited under the Graduate Trainee Scheme, like Saul Friedner. He's working on a project to identify possible interference problems between mobile phones and hearing aids.
The background says -13, so it's changed a bit. select?
Yeah, a slight difference, yeah. It's just a little bit lower, but I think with the test...
As part of her degree, Piyumi Kanagar Sabapati, an undergraduate from London's South Bank University, and Colin Woof, her industrial placement advisor, are taking measurements. This is invaluable experience, as in a few years' time, it could be Piyumi who gets the call from an RA field officer asking for assistance in an investigation. An urgent call for help will always elicit an immediate response.
Yeah, Bill Curtis is your man. Do you want to speak to him? Yeah, hold on a minute, I'll put you through to him.
Good afternoon, Bill Curtis. Oh, hello there. Yes, I know the site. What exactly is the problem? Okay. Right, yes, okay, that needs to be dealt with immediately. I'll see if Tom's available.
With the breadth of expertise, the right person for the job is never too far away. Engineers rely on technology at their fingertips. However, if the problem can't be brought to the lab, then the lab must go to the problem. And for measurement work away from RTCG, they need to be self-contained. Both these vehicles can be equipped to cope with a wide range of tasks. As with property, with some investigations, it's all about location, location, location.
Tom?
Okay.
Right, let's get the kit set up.
The advantage of mobility is that where necessary, a series of measurements can be taken from a variety of places, thus giving a more detailed picture.
Yeah, that was the last site. Let's check the detectors. Yeah, max peak detector. Okay. All of the parameters I think are okay, Tom. I think we'll go for a scan then. I mean, compared with these earlier results, we're measuring much lower levels at this site.
Yeah, I find that really suspicious actually, because we're not that far away, are we? And there's not that much between us.
No.
So I don't know whether they've changed the power
or the equipment's not running. I think this might be an opportune call. Yes. Hi, Steve. Yeah, we're on site. And we've been measuring over the range, frequency range in question, and we've not seen any significant signals. It's just relatively low background noise levels that we're seeing at the moment.
Answers are not always instantly apparent, so as in this case, the RTCG is happy to keep looking until they find them. Engineers at RTCG not only react to problems encountered by RA field officers, they also keep an eye on potential problems which could be caused by the introduction of new technology, be it mobile phones, digital television, broadband, or being scrutinized here by Eddie Holmes, the new generation of high-intensity car headlamps. Sometimes it's necessary to control the conditions under which measurements are carried out. That's when the fully anechoic test chamber comes into its own. Here, nothing gets in and nothing gets out. Using this chamber, the only signals present that can be measured are those introduced as part of the testing procedure, or emissions from a piece of equipment that may cause interference to other radio services. Gliders now soar where Hurricanes used to fly, and on the perimeter of the old runway we find the Open Area Test Site, or OATS. The structure and surroundings are designed to comply with the very latest European standards. Insofar as it's practical, everything is made from RF transparent materials. The site is on flat, level ground and is well clear of anything likely to cause reflections or absorption of RF signals. The tests being carried out on this site by Mahesh would show the same results as if conducted on similar sites by his counterparts in other countries, such as France, Germany or Italy. Knowledge gained is only half of the equation. It becomes valuable when it's knowledge shared, and it's important to run internal training courses or to arrange for staff to attend those run by companies in the telecommunications industry.
Right, sorry, the ADSL training. Right, Colin has been in discussions with BT, and they're jointly putting together a training course, a 2-day course for field staff. Day one, I believe, is going to be about the general principles of ADSL and stuff like that, and the second day, which is the bit that Colin...
Results of certain investigations may be of particular interest to bodies outside of the UK, and this is where the website comes into its own, as it gives engineers worldwide access to the expertise at RTCG. As greater harmonisation of product standards takes place, this will become increasingly important. Steve Morton can also keep colleagues informed using the intranet, and let's not forget good old-fashioned paper and ink. Sometimes there is a need to generate complex signals that simulate those to be used by services yet to be introduced. The FAS, Frequency Agile Signal Simulator, helps the RTCG to do this. As best guesses are never going to be good enough, using the FAS, Paul Mason can simulate signals and introduce them alongside existing services. Complementary to the FAS's signal simulation capability are software packages called Accolade and SPW that enable any signal or combination of signals to be emulated. As new technology is developed, engineers are able to determine the impact its introduction will have on the radio spectrum and its users long before the first working prototype is ever manufactured. Looking at the names, images and history associated with the former RAF Kenley, some would argue that the team working here now have a tough act to follow. With a high-caliber team and first-class resources, yesterday, today and tomorrow, the Radio Technology and Compatibility Group continue to solve problems through research and investigation. The specific brand and model of baby alarm which gave Gatwick Airport problems had its type approval certification, but changes to the original design made all the difference as far as interference was concerned.
Shuttle 2 Papa, clear takeoff 27 left, 1805 knots. Clear takeoff 2 Papa.
Once the manufacturer was made aware of this, the matter was soon rectified. So now, everybody's happy.
Hello, Mike.
Our motorist remote central locking relies on radio signals and so benefits from the work that goes on at the RTCG, probably without even realizing it. In 1917, Kenley was used to test, evaluate and accept for service state-of-the-art technology. Then it was flying machines. In 1926, the base played a vital role in the general strike by delivering official mail and military orders, keeping lines of communication open. In the 21st century, the technology may have changed, but the role of Kenley's residents remains the same. By digging a little deeper into the technology, the team at the RTCG are able to ensure that modern radio communication systems will continue to operate without suffering from or causing undue interference. Reminders of the airmen and their flying machines are never too far away at the RTCG. The new team here hope to continue the tradition of dedication and service long into the future.